Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we were directed to train at the Sprout Tower to be able to challenge the Violet City Gym. And we did so, doing so at night and finding a rare find. Now before we get on to the main topic of this episode, which would be challenging Falkner, the Violet City Gym leader, I want to go over that rare find as we have added him to the team. Pariah the Ghastly, a rash nature, and a shiny Pokemon to boot. This is exceedingly rare. Like, you guys do not know how exceedingly rare this is, so allow me to break it down. Rash nature is a plus special attack minus special defense nature. Honestly, the best nature that I could have hoped for on a Ghastly. And it's a shiny Pokemon. So to basically go down the math of the odds of this happening, there's an 85% chance of finding Ghastly at night. So a 17 out of 20 chance. The odds of a shiny Pokemon, 1 in 8,192. The odds of this specific nature, 1 in 25. And the odds of catching a Ghastly in a Premier Ball while it's asleep at full health, roughly a 1 in 2 chance. So, in total, to catch this specific Ghastly in one Premier Ball, like I did, would be a 17 in 8,192,000 chance. It is that exceedingly rare. I honestly could not have been more lucky with this Ghastly. I hope to high heaven that he survives this entire thing. Never know with Nuzlocke because, while I haven't had any bad luck so far, it's always bound to happen. I know that we could lose him at any time, and I'm hoping that I don't do something stupid and let him die, because honestly, the odds of finding a shiny this rare in a Nuzlocke is just unbelievable. Granted, I also think that I got pretty lucky with Victoria here, our Geodude, who will be leading us off in this gym battle, who's female, and I'll get into exactly why she's lucky a bit later when it matters. But for now, we're just going to challenge Falkner, so why don't we just get on with the show. I'm Falkner, the Violet City Pokemon Gym Leader. People say you can clip flying-type Pokemon's wings with a jolt of electricity. I won't allow such insults to bird Pokemon. I'll show you the real power of the magnificent bird Pokemon. Alright, well, you're welcome to try, Falkner. I could have brought Jason to this battle to prove that statement right, but I ultimately decided I already have Victoria. There's not much point in bringing Jason along. I think I can handle this. Plus, it does provide a bit of challenge because Victoria's only move to deal with flying types is not 100% accurate, so he's going to start off with a Pidgey with Tackle and Sand Attack. I'm just going to start off with a Rock Throw because this thing is not all that scary unless it uses a bunch of Sand Attacks, which it didn't even bother, so easy knockout with a single Rock Throw. His next Pokemon, his ace, is a level 13 Pidgeotto with the moves Tackle, Roost, and Gust. So, not able to really mess with the accuracy like that Pidgey was, but a bit more annoying. We're going to start off with a Rock Throw, and if I don't happen to knock it out in one hit, then it's likely going to be using the move Roost, which is basically a flying type recover, restores 50% of the Pokemon's HP, and in exchange for that, it loses its flying type for a turn. So since I'm predicting a Roost from this thing, I'm going to quickly swap out Victoria for Ash, and I bet you're probably wondering why. Well, I want Ash to get some play in this fight, just to do a little damage. Maybe get a burn off. You don't want to use Smokescreen or Sand Attack or any other accuracy lowering move. This Pidgeotto and the Pidgey have Keen Eye, so their accuracy cannot be taken down. This is a little dangerous because this Pidgeotto is evolved, so it does have at least some attack to it. And I'm going to call another Roost, so I'm going to swap in Victoria. Nope, not Pariah. I'm going to swap Victoria in. Yep, and there we go. And with that, I'm going to start chipping away with Tackle. Because right now, Roost is not the best well, right now Rock Throw isn't the best option because it's lost its flying type, so I just want to do a little damage, and then I'm going to throw up a Rock Polish because I'm expecting another Roost, because this battle basically becomes he keeps healing with Roost, we keep doing a little damage, he keeps healing it off, so I want to use Rock Polish to sharply raise Victoria's speed and gain a bit of an advantage. Now he's using Gust, so he should regain his flying type at the end of this turn. With Rock Polish, I now have an advantage, and with Rock Throw, oh, it's still a flying type, so easy one-hit KO. A bit easier than Brock, but also a little trickier in some areas. But one badge down, a few, like 15 or so to go to challenge my identity thief. I understand, I'll bow out gracefully. Okay, Falkner. And Ash is evolving. The Johtosaurs all have different levels at which they evolve. Cyndaquil starts at level 14 for its first evolution, but 36 for its final evolution. Totodile has 18 for its first evolution, but 30 for its final evolution. And then Chikorita has the balance path between two at 16 and 32. For pity's sake, my dad's cherished bird Pokemon. But a defeat is a defeat, alright. Take this official Pokemon League badge. This one is the Zephyr badge. And we've received the Zephyr badge from Falkner. With that badge, Pokemon including traded Pokemon up to level 20 will obey you without question. It also enables you to use the hidden move Rock Smash anytime outside of battle. And we've obtained the TM51. By using a TM, a Pokemon will instantly learn a new move. Think before you act, a TM can be used only once. TM51 contains Roost. It restores half the max HP, at the cost of removing your Pokemon's flying type if it has one, for a turn. There are Pokemon gyms in cities and towns ahead. Make good use of them. As for your next move, I would suggest Azalea Town. Alright, well thanks for the advice, Falkner. And with that, we will now progress on out of here, using the long way around to just avoid having to go through that S-shaped path. And I guess we'll go to the Pokemon Center to heal up. Or, so I thought, we're getting a call. Hello, Seipher. We've discovered something. The details are, well, I can't really say anything, but we want you to carry that egg. My assistant is at the Pokemart in Violet City. Could you go meet him and pick up that egg? Alright, well, we have to pick up that egg from the Pokemart, but before we do that, I'm actually going to avoid that right now because there is one thing that we have to do before we take care of that, and it's not really told to you. We want to go up and to the left of Violet City and find ourselves on Route 36. And we want to talk to this guy right here. Yo, haven't you had trouble with a boulder blocking your way? Of course you have. For people like you, there's an HM that will come to your rescue. Obtain the HM06. It contains Make 'em Faint Rock Smash. You can even use it to smash boulders once you've earned the Violet City Gym Badge. But beware, hidden moves like this are hard for your Pokemon to forget once they've learned them. You should think carefully which Pokemon should learn it. I'll likely be putting that on Victoria off screen, but you want to make sure to grab that because it'll be a while before we're able to reach Route 36 from another area. and you want to grab it now. Now, before you go to the Pokemart, you want to make sure that you have only 5 Pokemon in your party. So drop off a 6th or an egg if you have it from Primo before going to the Pokemart, because you can't accept the egg from the assistant until you only have 5 Pokemon in your party. Well, until you have 5 or less Pokemon in your party. So let's go on in, and you know what? I'm just going to heal just to be sure. I mean, I know that I didn't really take all that much damage, but I want to heal just for the sake of healing. And now we're going to drop off the egg that Primo gave us. And we're going to exit. With that egg dropped off, we can now go pick up the egg that Professor Elm has waiting for us. We're just going to quickly, well, not quickly, but we're going to walk to the Pokemart. Go inside, and we see that we have the assistant on the right, but I want to talk to this guy. This guy only shows up if you leave money with your mom to save, and she'll occasionally bring you items via this guy. It's going to start off with a super potion, pretty useful for this early point of the game, healing 50 HP. You can talk to him multiple times to get multiple items. I'm not going to do that because I don't think I've done enough to earn more than the super potion. So let's talk to the assistant. Long time no see, Seipher. I've been waiting for you. This is from Professor Elm. The thing is, we would like you to take care of an egg. Okay, I'll take care of it. It'll probably just go in the PC for right now because I already have an egg that I want to look after. After you left, Professor Elm received a phone call. I have no idea what they were talking about. But after a while, Professor Elm suddenly cried out, I can't think of anyone more suited than Seipher. Then he insisted that I hand this egg to you. That's how I came here to deliver the egg to you. It seems that a Pokemon will hatch from it only when you keep it in your party of Pokemon. That's another reason we've chosen you, Seipher. Please take care of it. Alright, well, it's going to be going in the box for now, but I will be sure to hatch it. Oh, and it seems that we've caught the attention of somebody. Me oh my, that egg must be... I see. So it was handed from Mr. Pokemon to Professor Elm, and from Professor Elm to you. Now I get it. That egg is truly an important egg. Please you take good care of it for me. Is that understood? I'm counting on you. A bit weird for you to say, lady, but alright, I'll take good care of it. I'll be throwing it in the box right now, though, so won't be too worried about it. Like I said, I'll probably hatch it off screen or throw it in the party and then hatch it on screen a bit later. But for now, I'm not going to be doing much with it. I know what is in that egg that we just received, and I'm personally not the biggest fan of it, but that's more for reasons with this game than with the Pokemon itself. It is a pretty good Pokemon, but it's kind of held back by certain decisions with this game. So actually, I don't want to deposit, I want to move. We're gonna just swap the eggs. A bit weird that you can't distinguish between eggs, but oh well. With that, we have Primo's egg back in our party, and we can make a little bit of progress onward. So, I'm gonna go... Oh, not this way. I keep forgetting how small Violet City is. I'm gonna go to the left, the gym, and rather than go north from here, I'm gonna just turn south and head on my way. To Route 32 where we caught Jason. And now, we're gonna go this way. Wait up, what's the hurry? You have some good Pokemon there. It must have been from the training you gave them around Violet City. The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of Grass-type moves. Obtain the Miracle Seed. Very useful if you picked up a Chikorita or a Bellsprout. I didn't get either of those though, so it's not all that useful to me. But for now, we can just progress onward. Do kind of wish I had repels, but oh well. And I probably should swap Victoria out of the front, but oh well. I'll likely do a little grinding off screen just to get the team up and ready for what lies ahead. I'll probably take care of trainers that I skip in the episode off screen while I prepare. There's a branching path here. There are likely trainers down each path, but we're not going to worry too much about them. Still Route 32, so can't catch anything new yet. And you know what? I'm actually going to swap Beefly to the front, because I want to, just in case we do enter a new area to catch something, I want him to lead. Oh? Well, it looks like Primo's egg is ready to hatch, so that's going to be something else to train up. We got a Wooper, and I'm not sure if that's male or female. I think the number of antennae on its head will determine that. It's a female, so one antenna on the side, like one vertical antenna on each side is female, two is male, so we've actually got a little girl with us. So, what to name you? You know what? I can't really think of anything, and when I usually get a water ground type, the first name that comes to mind is Newgate, after Edward Newgate, aka Whitebeard from One Piece, so I'm gonna go with a character connected to Whitebeard, and just use her name for this. So, we got Lady A. And let's take a look at what Whitey Bay's like. Timid nature, so minus attack plus speed. Not the best, not a good nature for her. But, and damp for the ability, so also not good. This is actually a pretty bad Wooper in my opinion. But could be useful. Will probably not be keeping around though. There are better water types I could get. But I'll probably train her up just a bit so that she can actually be useful for my species clause at the very least. Not gonna battle that trainer because I don't really want to right now, but I will do so off screen when preparing. We did not mean to encounter a Pokemon, but oh well. And we're gonna wait for the spinner to stop. And with this, we have reached a new Pokemon Center. There are items on this route, one of which is a TM that you'll want to grab, but for me right now, I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'm just going to heal at this Pokemon Center. Know that we don't really need to, but I wanted to, so there's that. And let's just talk to this guy, because I believe that this guy gives us a fishing rod, an old rod. Not as useful as it was in the other games, because there is a certain encounter later on that you'll get that kind of makes the point of this rod useless, but whatever, if you want to catch something with it, by all means. Teaches you how to use the fishing rod. And with that, we can now progress forward. And we see that there is a cave ahead. And I think that's a trainer right there, so I think that I will end this episode here. So, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.